Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door, or Door Shut, coming back to you with episode 19 of A Step Back, and today we are going to look at refined storage auto crafting. So, before we get started, there are no other tiers of crafters. 1.16, actually, I think it's like 1.14 and above, actually have a mod called Extra Storage, which gives you better tier crafters, better tier discs, and a whole bunch of stuff. Of course, since we're on 1.12, we don't have that. There is a mod that adds more discs, but it adds also structures and a whole bunch of other stuff. I did add a requestify. I forgot to add that originally. If you don't know what that is, basically it's a requester. You put things in there. Say I want 64 of this item to be remaining in my system that I can craft, such as oak planks. It would then request it from the crafter saying, hey, I need this, give me this. And then whenever it has 64, it'll stop. When it's under 64, it'll keep going to craft more. It's currently not in here because I haven't actually turned off the pack and turned it back on kind of thing. But we're going to get a crafter. All right, we're going to need a few other things here. So we're actually going to need a pattern terminal. Or pattern grid, I think this is it. Alright, so we need a pattern, a normal grid. Alright, let's get a machine casing. There's a grid. There's a pattern grid. And then we can just put this right here. Alright, so let's grab a pattern recipe, but also a pattern at the same time. Alright, so this is our first recipe, and we're going to come into the room back here. And we're going to probably grab some cable. Okay. And we're just going to put the crafter down right here. I'm actually going to face this up because I want it to be faced up. We will get into Reborn in a while. Let's see. Reborn storage, I think, is what it's called. Actually, I guess this adds better discs. I forgot. It adds storage and fluid, but it's also only discs and fluid discs, which means that we don't have better crafters. But this actually, the main reason I have Reborn storage is because of the multi-block crafter thing that it adds. So we don't have like an extensive thing, right? Like extra storage. It doesn't add anything else. It just adds the crafter, multi-block, and this. I forgot about that. It adds this stuff. But, no better crafters that are actually cheap, because this is not that cheap. Crafting storage. Yeah, alright. So, once we have a crafter, we'll leave this open. We'll put in the pattern for the pattern. And then we can see in here, that if we look up pattern, you can see it says craft. So if we go in here, we can grab, let's say 32. So we're missing quartz enriched iron. Alright, so let's go pattern. Let's just grab 10. Nope, can't even do 10. Let's grab 1 so we can teach this thing quartz enriched iron. There we go. Alright, so now, pattern. 32, start. Okay, and you can see that it'll start actually crafting all this stuff. So we're at 5, and it's just going to slowly go up, okay? So we can actually put these in here, and so if we wanted, for example, oak planks, right? Recipe, this, boom. If we wanted sticks, recipe, boom. Let's see, what else could we do here? Chest, recipe, boom, drawer. Okay, what else? Just kind of some quick things. Maybe a hopper. Let's do JES synchronized. So hopper, probably not a bad idea, right? Let's just call that for right now. Just some generic stuff. We could also get processors. So, for example, the advanced, learn how to craft this. Oh, wrong thing. I actually just crafted it. And of course, processor bindings. We'll get into how to craft the more complicated stuff, the silicone, using the furnace in a second here. Let's see. So processor again. So this piece, and then this processor, which is your basic. All right, let's toss that away. All right, and then we could, of course, toss these in here. We don't have enough storage. Okay. Let's grab another crafter then. This thing right here. So we're actually out of a lot of stuff. So processor. What else was I thinking here? Goodness. Crafter, right? That's what we're looking at. All right, so we're going to need that, which equals this. And let's actually teach this thing to the patterns here. All right. And let's actually get that in the furnace real quick. And then crafter. So we're going to need the construction core and a deconstruction core. Of course, we'll teach these in a little while once we have, more crafters. And then let's take this piece. All right. There's our next crafter. And we can just toss this stuff in here. And if we want to teach this how to, be used as auto crafting, right? So let's go over here. And we're going to need another crafter. Did I teach the crafter how to craft crafters? Let's teach it a little bit more here then. Because we're going to build up to the furnace so we can actually get these advanced processors, right? So, quartz enriched iron. All right. And then surround this and get some stone. Fantastic. Machine chassis. Crafter. Let's bookmark this so I can get to it easier, right? All right, so we need one of these, and 2 processors. All right, so we're out of silicone. We're not out of silicone. I think it's using the wrong version of silicone. So this is another thing. Be careful what you're actually using in these recipes. Let's actually grab these back out because I'm using the wrong form of silicone. We want the other kind of silicone, which is this one right here. Let's fix that. And let's fix this. Oop, nope. All right, that's good. That's good. That one's good. And then this one needs to be changed to the right silicone as well. I mean, we could actually just click or dict, which then should use whatever silicone we have in here. I'm pretty sure, but it's okay. All right, let's toss this back in here, this back in here, that back in there. Let's throw the crafter in there as well. All right, did I get the processors? No, because I was fixing that, right? Okay, and then these will get tossed in here. And one of the things is since we don't have a bigger crafter, doing a lot of patterns in the for the furnace and stuff is going to be a lot more of a pain. Kind of what I was hoping we could have the bigger crafters, but you know, it's okay. All right, so we're going to put a crafter right here. We're going to say input on the right, and we're going to have to run some cables here. All right, let's grab some covers, as we don't really want to look at this, right? Alrighty. And then for our processors, we would then want to have this recipe. So all you need to do is processing. There we go. And then here. And then here. There we go. There's our first three. And then, of course, we can toss these two into here. And what we should be able to do, for example, is with the crafter, we should be able to start this and get a crafter fully, right? We're having some stuff smelt up over here, okay? And then we actually need one more step. We need an exporter, which also requires a construction core. All right, and then we're actually gonna need some cable. We got some. Because we need to actually output of this chest. Let's see, can I do this? Yeah, I'll just have to do that. So exporter. I always like having this. Oh, nope. No, that's not the right one. Refined. I thought there was a way to... Is it simply just doing this? No, it's actually using the covers, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then just go down. And then just come across. And then do that. And is that the right thing even? I don't know if that's the right one even. It might be the import bus. I'm always confused by these things. Alright, let's try this one. Alright, that should work. Importer, perfect. And then let's place one right here. If we can. I don't know if I'm going to get there. Hold on. Nope, wrong one. Come on, you know you wanna. There it goes. Alright, let's grab some stone. Alright, and then we should have a crafter in here. Perfect. So that is kind of just some basic auto crafting, right? We can totally put more in here, but we will have to figure out something with the furnaces because the furnace is usually what we use a lot, right? How are we doing over here? Okay. I went ahead and set this up. I think I showed you guys the mechanical users and everything. But I've set up 2 rows, which is these are the experience berries, these are aluminum berries. There's 9 per, so every time this whole row is harvested, there's an ingot. But But you can see we have quite a bit of experience berries. We have also quite a bit of aluminum ore berries, which actually can be thrown into the smeltery to give us some aluminum, which is fantastic. Could always use some aluminum. All right. Oop, I want that wrench back. So I think the next thing we kind of want to start crafting is another 16K or maybe 64K disc, right? So we'll need to be able to craft up a 64K storage part. Now let's get this out of processing. So I'll need 1K first. And I am going to change the silicone to something that I have in the system just in case the ore dictionary thing does not work. So there's 1K. $4K. 16K. And 64K. All right. And then let's go back here. Probably gonna need another crafter, aren't we? I should have that one that I just made, right? Yeah, you can see why I was wanting bigger crafters instead of just a multi-block, because honestly having a single block is kind of easier, but we're gonna have to do what we're gonna have to do. All right, so the 64K here, right? Nope, if I can type correctly here. 64K. Do we have everything to make this? Basic, advanced. Okay, you are not connected for some reason because there's a cover right there somehow. All right, let's grab some stone. All right, so once these are connected, we then can cover this up. And no, we want that actually, right? We want that to be visible. We then bring this along and then cover this up. Okay, so that should be fixed. So now let's look at 64K. So we're missing silicone. And for some reason, it is telling me that I have used the wrong form of silicone. Even though I shouldn't have used the wrong form of silicone. Okay. Well, we need to teach this thing how to use make silicone anyway, so... Alright. There's something else that's trying to use silicone here. This is the easiest way to figure out what. Doesn't look like anything's using silicone. Okay. Alright, so now we have everything. I'm just going to click start, and I'll be right back when it's done. Alrighty, so we can get the 64K storage disk and plop that bad boy in here, which will give us a lot more storage. I'm actually going to take this one out and fill up our 64K. Just so this one will be our residual, but this will also empty out everything else into drawers and all of that jazz. Alright, we're not filling up too quickly in here, which is good. I'm not really seeing any use for these Cyclops shards, but that's okay. This stuff will be useful. That's for sure. And I'm thinking about getting one of these in the Nether as well. Also, I quickly wanted to address an issue I had with chunk loading, because you guys would see me flying around in the overworld or in the nether, and I would completely and utterly drop. And that is because the chunk loader I was using was the inadequate one. Extra Utils 2 has a chunk loading ward that is a little bit better for, of course, Extra Utils stuff, right? Because it's made around it. And to get the chunk loading ward, you need I have redstone, not too expensive, sticks, and a golden lasso. This golden lasso needs to contain a villager that has signed a contract. And we can actually do this real quick. Let's go actually find a villager to sign a contract so I can show you guys this, because I think this is actually something that's not well known, especially because this, of course, is an older version and actually Utils is not supported anymore. But if we grab a contract... Oh, do I have everything? I don't have anything for this, do I? Alright, let me, let's see. Black Lotus. I should have a Black Lotus. Guess I don't have any Black Lotuses. Okay, let me get a squid. Let's go over here and kill a squid. Alright, let's go find it. Actually, I should have feathers in downstairs. Should, keyword. Because I keep getting chicken jockeys. Alright. So if we now look for a contract, I don't know what this one is. Skeleton contractor? Alright, so we make a contract, and I won't be using this contract yet, most likely. I probably won't have it. I mean, I could sign it, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, let's grab that. Let's head over to the village that's over here. So you do need to do it on a specific villager. And by specific, I mean everyone but one of them, which is the Mistcraft villager, as I've seen work. So if we go over to, for example, this guy right here. Okay, so this guy won't do it. This guy won't do it. Okay, so it's basically any villager. So we're looking for one of them that will. Anybody? Any takers? Got anybody in here that might take it? Nope. You basically just have to find one that will sign the contract. Okay, so this guy. Okay, so we just click sign. And then we'd actually want to pick him up, of course. Let me actually go grab a golden lasso. Which he might not be there when I get back. Because I completely forgot about the golden lasso. But where is my golden lasso? You know, my golden lasso might be in here. It is. But once you'd give them the contract, once they sign it, put them in a lasso, and then craft the item, you do need to have them sign a contract. That is all I know. And, of course, this guy's probably not the right one. It's probably him. Okay. So then, let's actually make a chunk loading ward. I might as well. I could probably use another one or two. Alright. So, once we get over here, pressing U, chunk loading ward, let's actually look at redstone I, right? That was what I was looking at. Okay, and then ward. Okay, and then we want our golden lasso. Okay, perfect. There's a chunk loading ward. Just something I wanted to show you guys. We'll use that in the future. Just a good thing to have and a good thing to know. Let's see. Okay, let's switch gears here. So I want to grab a painting machine, which is this thing right here. Can I actually even grab this? Okay, I can. I need two of those, right? And an industrial dye blend. Okay, I'll have to get this later then, because I'm not going to worry about getting this stuff right now. We're going to have to teach the alloy smeltery how to make that stuff. We probably want to figure out how we can make certain things. So, for example, like black dye. I don't have a way to make black dye. I don't think. Let's look up black flower. So, I mean, the mystical black flower. If we were to able to grow this, probably. I know at biomes. Actually, let's just look up black dye. So we've got, of course, the black lotus. We have biomes of plenty. And, of course, we have the dye mixer from industrial foregoing, which that might not be a bad option. But I was thinking that the phytogenic insulator would actually give us a little bit of a benefit, but I don't think it actually will. I mean, it could make like red roses and stuff. So, I mean, I guess we could kind of do it, but I don't think we could do anything more than that. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh well. Alrighty. So, well, the paint machine will do something with that later, which we just want to cover this up, of course. But until we get the paint machine, we won't be able to do that. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to wrap up this episode here. Next episode, we are going to get into the Nether, and we're going to make a dark room, you know, mob spawner, killer, all that stuff in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.